Hello everyone. Let me introduce you to the CH-53E Supper Stallion. This is a heavy lift helicopter of the United States Marine Corps. Again, this is a model that I purchased. It's a fixed, with no moving parts. I've been reworking it in Blender, and then this is my model viewer for my game that's running through my game engine that I can use to bring it in, animate it as a separate object, put its pieces together, and then that data format I'm going to load into my game engine. So I hope to show you the full game soon, but trying to get the different objects, thought I would show them to you as I go. So this is my second one. This one's pretty neat. Helicopter, complicated to move and work, control within the game, so I'm working on that, but I thought you'd like to see this. And I've made a few changes. So I've went to another mic, so hopefully you can hear me better. Give me your feedback in the comments below. And also I've changed the background from that skybox to just having a solid color. Picked one, a bluish light purple that gives you a nice contrast against this gray used on the vehicles. So hopefully all that's improved. Give you some nice views here, the right and the left. It's facing north, so the back would be the front here view towards the camera. From the top of it, the back, and of course the bottom. So you can see I've got some nice detail on all of it. One thing to notice, and I'll zoom in a little bit more for you. By the way, I am running this currently at 2K resolution, and that's the rendering itself is happening at 4K, and then I downscale it to your monitor. So anything 4K and below I can support. It does run faster if you're running it on a lower resolution because it's rendering fewer to the back buffers. But you can see just here doing the base resolution at 4K and downscaling to 2K. Just rendering this aircraft, I'm getting about 338 frames per second. You can also see most of the time that I am GPU is the same as my CPU, which means I'm GPU limited. The GPU is then running at 100%, and the CPU is not slowing it down, and the GPU is not having to wait on it. So I'm pretty happy with that right now that my code is. So if you go to Wikipedia and you put in CH-53E, you'll get the home page for the Supper Stallion. Some nice photos on here, a lot of information about all the current versions. You can see today the one they're actually manufacturing, delivering to the Marine Corps is the King Stallion. And there's a page there you could go to. One thing to note about it, its rotor blades you can see. It actually has 7 blades. One's kind of blurred pointing towards us in that photo. Where the Supper Stallion only has 6 blades on it. And you can see that better in my game engine. This one right here is also the King Stallion. Some nice photos. I'm going to show you. Let's look at this one. It's a heavy lift helicopter, so 2 Humvees being transported, actually being refueled by a KC-130 aircraft. But you can see it's used to transport ship to shore, to move vehicles around. In this case, it's actually transporting another helicopter. So yeah, that's it. And I thought I'd just show you real quick the game engine as it loads, what it's doing. You can see my video card. I have a GeForce 1080 Ti. I have 11 gigs of memory for it. The native resolution is 4K, and then I'm using 2K resolution as the actual display device. So I'm down sampling to that. The models that I load, my sky, actually right now I'm loading a dome to render it as a solid color. I load up a coin that you don't see to show me the 00 world space point. So the aircraft is covering that up, but that's so I know where it's at all times and that I've positioned things appropriately. And then for this model, you'll see that I load in the body of it with this file, how many vertex, texture coordinates, normals, faces, polygons that it has. Those are triangulated faces. That my winding order is correct. Sometimes Blender gets that wrong and I have to correct it. The total number of indices. I use that information to render, of course. And then, you know, two more models. I use one for the rotor top blade, and then I have another model for the rotor tail blade. And the reason those are separated is so that I can rotate those independently of the main body. So there you go. That's how typically a file, loading this up and projecting it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm going to show you more. They'll probably be shorter in the future as I just talk about whatever the model is that I'll be showing off. But I've got a few more in the works and hope to have those up soon. Thank you.